Jared, congratulations on the win, buddy. By you. Just wanted to ask, with regards to your opponent tonight, how did he feel in there, and did the fight go as you expected?
It certainly did. I expected Jack to do exactly what Jack does. You know, he comes in there and he tries to put his opponent away in a dominant, dramatic fashion. And we prepared. We were prepared for it. So I knew he was going to try to take me down. Takedown defense was on point tonight. I feel like I'm the superior striker, and I landed some nice shots. And the shots were so good that, in fact, that he, went to the ground, and I followed up with some of the best ground and pound in the world, and got the finish. So I feel great.
And a big win on away territory. Where does that leave you in this division now?
I don't care where it puts me in the division. I'm in the division, so everybody better take note.
Just lastly then, obviously, was a title fight coming up next week. How do you see that one going, and would you like to face the winner?
Absolutely, I want to face the winner. Whoever gets that belt is who I want to fight. That's the only point of being in the UFC, is to fight for UFC gold, get that strap around your waist, get that strap around my waist, and defend it a number of, 16 times? I'm trying to get 16 of those little red rubies on my belt. So on to the next.
Yes, Jared, back here. You mentioned before some of the best ground and pound in the world. That's something he's taken pride in saying on multiple occasions that he feels that he has. Does it give you a little something extra in that win to be able to beat him in the way that he prides himself in doing?
No, because I know I was already capable of doing that. You know, I heard him say he has the best ground and pound in the world, and in my mind, I'm like, no, I do. I've gotten actual knockouts with ground and pound, and I finished a number of people with ground and pound. So I think tonight was the battle of who's got the best ground and pound, and I certainly went in there and showed that I have exceptional ground and pound. Best ground and pound, you can say that's, opinionated. That's my opinion. I feel like I have better ground and pound. He can always think that he has better ground and pound, and he's entitled to that opinion. So until you guys say who has the best ground and pound, it don't matter what we say, right? Because you guys are the spectators. You're the one watching. You're the one putting the rankings by our names and all that other stuff. So at the end of the day, it doesn't matter what anybody says. All I know is that I'm capable, and I am willing and ready to go in there and do it.
You've never really been one to talk a whole lot of trash or such, but we see a lot of fighters have success when doing it, or at least getting attention. I'm sure you don't want to change the way you are, but do you perhaps think about the way you market yourself in the future?
No. Hell no. I'm not finna sell my soul for anybody or anything, I only have one life to live, and I'm going to live it the way that I want to live it, not according to anybody else's rules or standards. And I pride myself on that. That's about it. No, I'm not finna conform. I'm not finna, again, sell myself or sell my soul. I ain't no prostitute for attention, especially. And that's just it, man. I let my motions, I let my movements, send the messages. I don't have to talk, I'm not going to show my hand. For those who are familiar with spades, I'm not going to show you my hand and let you know what I'm going to do. You're going to have to watch. You're going to have to study. You're going to have to work to figure that out. I'm not going to do the job for you. So I'm not going to incriminate myself. I don't talk to police. You know what I'm talking about? So that's it, man. I'm just going to do me. I'm going to be who I am, do what I know how to do, and enjoy the ride.
And final one for me. You had some ups and downs going into the UFC, but since you moved to middleweight, this feels like you've really found your stride. You've looked unstoppable in this division. Do you wish that you would have moved down earlier, and if so, when?
No, I don't wish I would have moved down earlier. I moved down right at the right time, right when it was supposed to happen. Again, I feel like I'm in complete control, so I didn't want to go down and be like, oh, I don't want to fight these big guys anymore. No, I'm going to fight whoever's in front of me. That's why I fought at heavyweight. And the move down to middleweight was just a consequence of all the work that I was doing at the MMA lab, burning all that fat and doing that, just working. This is just a different program. and my body is definitely adjusted and leveled up. And, the drop down to middleweight was just common sense. When I fought Dominic Reyes, I was weighing 205 2 weeks prior to even being in where was that at? Chile. I was already 205, so it's just common sense. You know what I'm saying? Plus, those guys are tall, they're big and stuff like that. So I'm not stupid either. So I may be fearless, but I'm not dumb. So it happened at the right time. And here I am, 3 wins in a row, 3 finishes, about to make it 4.
Thanks and congratulations.
Thank you.
Hi, Jared, just down here. In your Octagon interview post-fight, at the end you seemed like you had a little bit of a rant. Do you feel like maybe you're underappreciated or going under the radar a little bit in this division?
No, I wouldn't call it a rant. It was just acknowledgement. You know what I'm saying? I acknowledge nobody. Everybody's writing me off. It's not a rant. I don't care, but I see, and I'm going to speak on it. So I'm not going to just ignore people saying Jared's not going to win. Jack is all this and Jared's not all that. And I think that's just, call it me making a statement. I ain't no slouch. I can knock out anybody, like I said. And if you people don't want to listen to it, then, I'm going to show you. That's about it.
You said you'd like to face the winner of the title fight next week. How do you see yourself matching up with either one of those?
Same way I match up with any and everybody. You stand in front of me. If you get hit, you're going to sleep. What you going to do? Take me down? You can try. What you going to do? Strike with me? Let's go. I'm ready for that. You know what I'm saying? Let's have some fun. I love this sport. I love doing this. I love the challenge. Are you a better striker than me? All right then. I'm going to elevate myself. I'm going to rise to that occasion. And I'm going to become the better striker, plain and simple. I forgot the question, but I hope I answered it.
How you think you'd match up with either one?
Oh, yeah, like I said, anybody can get knocked out. Anybody can get submitted, It's just a matter of how it's going to play out. I'm not saying that I can guarantee knock out everybody at every situation. That's just not life. That's just not realistic. But I feel that I love this sport so much, and I love doing it to the point to where I'm willing to do it with anybody. As long as you're capable. And like I said before, the UFC only picks the people who are capable. As far as the champion and the interim champion goes, how do I match up to them? That's not for me to say, how I match up to them. All I know is that I can knock any of them out. I can win a fight against any of them, okay? And that's it. And they can do the same. So it's just common sense, right? A fight can go anyway. And I'm just going to train to increase my chances of making that happen. Thank you.
Hello, Jared.
What up?
Congrats on the win.
Thank you.
Wanted to ask about the pirate. I can see that you don't break up with that. Tell me about how the talisman might have an influence on how the fight went.
How it had the fight went? I wouldn't say it had a direct influence on the fight, and I don't use this to influence fights. I don't use this to fight with. I use this for myself. This is for me to elevate myself and become a better person, an ascended human being, to reach my full potential and to just be the better person and, reap all the benefits of being able to experience this life. There's a lot of people who walk around stressing and, engaging in the rat race. I want to separate myself from all of that, all the BS, all the drama, anything that's not going to benefit me. I choose not to engage in it. So things that do benefit me, like positive energy, you know what I'm saying? The voiding of negative energy, you know what I'm saying? Reflecting negative energy or turning it into good energy, transmuting, you know what I'm saying? Alchemy, and abundance, which is one of the things this thing represents one of its metaphysical properties. It helps bring about abundance, wealth, health, prosperity. You can say that, you can translate that into a UFC win if you want to, but I just use it for myself personally. Now, how that affects me in a fight, if I'm happy, I'm happy. I feel like, I feel more connected. You know what I'm saying? I feel grounded. I'm not distracted by a lot of the BS and drama. So that's one of the reasons why I use this.
The first round of the fight probably was not on your fight as we talk about scorecards. Was that calm played, let's say, the first round was a part of the game plan for a 5-rounder fight?
To what?
Was the first round, you played like a calm, you weren't engaging too much, making too much energy out of you. So was it a part of the game plan for the 5-rounder fight?
No, I fought the same way I fight any and everybody. I don't come in there, I'm not in a hurry, you know what I'm saying? We got 15 to 25 minutes to make it happen. All it takes is one shot, one split second to end the fight. So you can't rush it, especially at this level, you can't rush it. We saw what happened when you rush a fight. We saw what happened, what was it, John Phillips versus Amedovski, you know what I'm saying? We know John Phillips is a banger, and he just stood in front of him and tried to bang it out with him, rushing it. And we saw how that ended. And I did that also against Dominic Reyes. I was rushing it, So, I just have to be a more intelligent fighter when approaching, especially at the highest level of this sport. I know Jack wanted to take me down, so I'm going to rush towards him just to give him the takedown. That would have been completely asinine right there. So on top of that, the training that I've acquired at the MMA lab has elevated me to a level to where I know I don't have to rush. We're in a fight. You're going to have to come to me, and I'm going to come towards you. So I'm not going to just sprint towards you full head on. This isn't, we're not rams on the side of a mountain trying to, find a mate or anything like that. So just an intelligent approach. And this is going to be me in each and every one of my fights. I'm going to be intelligent. It may not look the same, but you better believe it's going to be an intelligent approach to fighting. I'm going to break my opponent down. I'm going to make him feel that pressure. Just because I wasn't running towards him doesn't mean he didn't feel no pressure. All right? He didn't have nowhere to go. The cage got smaller and smaller, and I got bigger and bigger until he had nowhere else to go. So that's just the way I play the game.